In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on February 5th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Golden State Warriors versus Utah Jazz. The Golden State Warriors and the Utah Jazz are set to face off on Wednesday in an exciting NBA matchup at the Delta Center. As we approach the midpoint of the week, basketball fans can look forward to an action-packed slate of games. The Warriors enter this contest with a record of 25-24 for the season, while the Jazz have struggled significantly, holding a disappointing 11-37 record. With both teams looking to secure a much-needed win, this matchup could prove to be an important one in shaping the rest of their seasons. Golden State continues to monitor the status of Moses Moody, who remains questionable for this contest. However, they are expecting a key reinforcement in Draymond Green, who is anticipated to return to the lineup. Meanwhile, Utah has already ruled out Colin Sexton, removing a key contributor from their rotation, and they are also dealing with uncertainty surrounding Lauri Markkanen, who is currently listed as questionable for this game. These injury concerns add an extra layer of unpredictability to the matchup. The Warriors are currently teetering on the edge of postseason contention as they hold the 10th seed in the Western Conference standings. However, their position remains precarious, with the Dallas Mavericks, currently in 11th place, having an identical winning percentage. Despite their struggles earlier in the season, Golden State has been showing signs of improvement, winning 4 of their last 6 games while also covering the spread in 5 of their previous 7 outings. On the other hand, the Jazz have been in a freefall, losing 9 of their last 10 contests. Utah's roster is simply not constructed to be competitive this season, and their recent performances reflect that reality. Heading into this game, there are still a number of uncertainties that could impact the outcome. The possibility of a significant trade involving the Warriors looms over the team, and the availability of Lauri Markkanen remains up in the air. Despite these question marks, I am confident in backing Golden State to cover the -5.5-point spread on the road against Utah. The Warriors have been playing at a much higher level lately, winning 3 of their last 4 games. During that stretch, they secured an impressive victory over the Oklahoma City Thunder and also defeated the Jazz by an 11-point margin. Meanwhile, Utah has been nothing short of disastrous, dropping 9 of their last 10 games. Those losses have not been particularly close either, as they have come by an average margin of 12 points. Even if Markkanen does suit up for this contest, he has been struggling significantly with both his scoring efficiency and overall shooting consistency. Although the Warriors have not been performing at their absolute best, the return of Draymond Green is a major boost for them. Green is an integral part of Golden State's success, as he contributes heavily on both ends of the floor. His presence alone should help stabilize the team and provide the defensive leadership they have lacked at times. As for the Jazz, they managed to stay competitive in their narrow loss to the Indiana Pacers on Monday, but they are now without Colin Sexton, who has been one of their few bright spots during this difficult stretch. Losing him only makes things tougher for Utah. With Stephen Curry and Andrew Wiggins leading the charge, the Warriors should be expected to take care of business with relative ease against a Jazz team that has consistently struggled to close out games. If Golden State is truly serious about making a push and capitalizing on their recent momentum, they cannot afford to drop winnable matchups like this one against a rebuilding Utah squad. The Jazz are clearly in full-on tank mode, and they have been far too unreliable on a night-to-night basis. Historically, Golden State has dominated this head-to-head series, winning 8 of the last 9 meetings against Utah. Not only have they been winning, but they have also been covering the spread in 7 of those 9 victories. While I am not overly enthusiastic about laying this type of number with the Warriors on the road, there is still a compelling case to be made for backing them. They have quietly put together a solid stretch of games, winning 4 of their last 6 outings. Additionally, they are finally starting to get healthier, which bodes well for their chances of continuing their upward trajectory. The exact opposite can be said for the Jazz, as they remain one of the most injury-riddled teams in the league and have dropped 9 of their last 10 contests. So the Golden State Warriors to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In terms of the total points expected in this game, both of these teams rank around the middle of the league in terms of pace. When they faced each other just last week, they combined for a total of 217 points, which falls well below the higher scoring range of the 230 seconds. There is little reason to believe that this game will play out any differently, particularly considering Utah's offensive struggles in recent outings. Over their last 6 games, the Jazz have averaged only 108 points per game, showing a clear lack of scoring efficiency. On the other side, Golden State has not been lighting up the scoreboard on the road either, averaging just 111 points per game away from home this season. Both teams have had difficulties with their shooting percentages as well. Utah currently ranks 21st in the NBA in overall field goal percentage, while the Warriors are even worse, sitting at 26th in that category. Given these offensive struggles, it is unlikely that this matchup will produce a particularly high-scoring affair. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Phoenix Suns versus Oklahoma City Thunder. The Phoenix Suns are set to become the latest team to face off against the dominant force in the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder, this coming Wednesday. The Suns are entering this matchup following a disappointing road trip to Portland, where they suffered back-to-back losses. Meanwhile, the Thunder continue to assert their dominance, recently securing 2 consecutive home victories against the Sacramento Kings and the Milwaukee Bucks. Oklahoma City has been nearly unstoppable at home this season, making this a particularly tough challenge for Phoenix. The Suns may find themselves shorthanded for this game, as superstar forward Kevin Durant is currently listed as day-to-day due to an ankle sprain, leaving his status uncertain. On the other hand, the Thunder are also dealing with injuries, as they remain without key players Chet Holmgren, Nikola Topic, and Jalen Williams. Despite these absences, Oklahoma City has demonstrated remarkable depth and resilience, making them a formidable opponent on their home court. Oklahoma City has been one of the strongest teams in the league when playing at home, boasting an impressive net rating of 14.4 in their own arena. Meanwhile, the Suns have struggled defensively in recent outings, allowing 3 of their last 4 opponents to score over 120 points. Notably, each of those teams ranks lower than the Thunder in offensive rating. Given these defensive struggles, the Thunder are well positioned to take advantage of Phoenix's weaknesses and dominate in the paint. Their ability to score efficiently at the rim should lead to another highly productive night on the offensive end. Earlier this season, the Thunder showcased their defensive prowess by limiting the Suns to just 83 points in a previous matchup. Oklahoma City currently boasts the league's top-ranked defense, making it difficult for Phoenix to find consistent offensive success. Furthermore, the Suns are not a strong offensive rebounding team, which means they are unlikely to exploit one of the few weaknesses in the Thunder's defensive scheme. Coming off 2 consecutive home wins by more than 25 points each, Oklahoma City has been on a tear, posting a stellar 12-2-0 record against the spread since the beginning of December. Their ability to cover the spread consistently has made them one of the most reliable teams in the NBA for bettors. From a betting perspective, the Thunder have performed nearly as well against the spread as they have in the standings, holding an impressive 31-15-3 record against the spread this season. While they experienced a slight dip in form over their last several games, they have rebounded emphatically in their 2 most recent home contests. In those matchups, they easily covered the spread, defeating the Kings 144-110 as 7.5-point favorites and the Bucks 125-96 as 17.5-point favorites. The Suns, who find themselves in a similar tier of the standings as those teams, have been significantly worse against the spread this season. Phoenix has only covered in 4 of their last 10 games, and their overall against the spread record for the season stands at a dismal 17-31-1, making them one of the least reliable teams in this regard. The Suns have been struggling recently, losing 3 of their last 4 games, including 2 consecutive defeats at the hands of the Portland Trail Blazers. Their situation could become even more precarious if Kevin Durant is unable to suit up for this contest. There is even speculation that he could be traded in the next day or 2, adding further uncertainty to Phoenix's lineup. Meanwhile, the Thunder have already amassed 39 wins, own an incredible 21-3 straight-up record at home, and lead the NBA with a 68.8% cover percentage. It is worth noting that the Suns have managed to cover in 11 of their last 16 games when playing as a double-digit underdog, but given their recent form and injury concerns, this may not be the game where they can continue that trend. Phoenix's recent losses to Portland have cooled off their momentum, and with Durant's availability in question, it becomes increasingly difficult to make a strong case for them in this matchup. The Thunder, on the other hand, are riding high after another blowout victory at home and will be looking to maintain their dominance. The betting line for this game was expected to be substantial given Oklahoma City's superiority, but even with that in mind, there is little reason to shy away from backing the Thunder to not only secure the win but also cover the spread at home, where they have won 21 out of their last 24 games. There is simply no compelling reason to bet against the Thunder in this situation, even with a sizable spread to consider. So the Oklahoma City Thunder to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Throughout the 2024 to 2025 NBA season, both the Suns and Thunder have produced identical records in terms of betting totals. Each team has hit the over 24 times, gone under 23 times, and pushed twice. While this statistic is an interesting quirk, it is largely influenced by Oklahoma City having a stretch of low-scoring games earlier in the season. However, in their last 13 games, the Thunder have seen the over hit in 10 of them, with just 2 undares and 1 push. The Suns have also been trending toward higher-scoring games, with the over hitting in each of their last 4 contests. The total for this game is set at 226.5 points, a number that is well within reach given recent scoring trends. Even if Phoenix is without Kevin Durant, they should still be capable of contributing enough points to push the total past this mark. If Durant does end up playing, that only strengthens the case for betting on the over. Given the recent form of both teams, it makes sense to lean toward a high-scoring affair. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Orlando Magic versus Sacramento Kings. The Orlando Magic square off against the Sacramento Kings in an exciting cross-conference matchup at the Golden One Center in Sacramento, California. This game marks the first meeting of the 2024 to 2025 season between these two teams, and the Kings are aiming for their 7th straight victory over the Magic. Orlando will take the court without 2 of their key players, Moritz Wagner and Jalen Suggs, while Sacramento is poised to welcome their newest acquisition, Zach LaVine, for his debut. In an unexpected turn, the Kings traded away their leading scorer and best playmaker, De'Aaron Fox. Despite this loss, Sacramento still boasts a strong roster, with the addition of LaVine bringing even more versatility to the team, as he can contribute by scoring at all 3 levels. On Monday, the Kings made a bold statement by defeating the Timberwolves on the road, showcasing their ability to thrive without Fox. Although the Magic began the season on a positive note, injuries to their starting players have taken a toll, and Orlando is currently struggling to regain their earlier form. The Magic have been solid defensively throughout the season, but their offensive struggles are becoming more apparent. They now sit 29th in the NBA for offensive rating, with their offensive production slipping drastically in recent games. Orlando has failed to reach 100 points in their last 3 games, all on the road, and will be missing one of their best defensive players, Jalen Suggs, for this matchup. Given Sacramento's strong offensive play and efficient shooting, the Magic are likely to face a tough challenge in this game. While Orlando has been known for their tough defense, their offensive struggles continue to worsen, as evidenced by their failure to reach 100 points in their last 3 contests. Over their last 10 games, the Magic have scored just 100 points per 100 possessions, a number so low it would be concerning even for a struggling college team. The Magic's defense, while still effective at times, has also shown signs of decline, allowing 117 points per 100 possessions during this stretch. Without seeing some tangible improvements, I have little confidence in backing Orlando. Although Sacramento isn't known for being a strong defensive team, their offensive weapons are more than capable of causing problems for Orlando. The Sacramento Kings remain inconsistent and have yet to fully adjust to life without De'Aaron Fox. However, this game is more about the Magic's recent decline than it is about the Kings' struggles. Despite their recent efforts to get healthier, Orlando's performance continues to falter, including failing to score 100 points in 7 of their last 10 games. The Magic are 1-9 against the spread and straight up in their last 10 games, which highlights their ongoing issues. With their offense stagnant and their struggles on the road, it seems unlikely that Orlando will find a way to turn things around in this matchup. Recently, Orlando's performance has been dismal, and their confidence took another hit after their loss to the Warriors in their most recent game. Meanwhile, the Sacramento Kings are entering this matchup with renewed optimism, despite their 2 most recent defeats, as they look forward to seeing the impact of Zach LaVine on their lineup. I just can't bring myself to back back Orlando with any confidence in this game. I might have been tempted to consider taking the Magic if we were seeing a larger point spread, but with the line being so narrow, the Sacramento Kings to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Offensively, Orlando has struggled throughout the season, and the situation seems to be getting worse as the year progresses. The Magic rank last in several key categories, including points per game, three-point percentage, field goals made per game, and three-pointers made per game. Over the past 3 games, Orlando has failed to score over 100 points, and they are also one of the slowest teams in the league, ranking 29th in pace. Sacramento, on the other hand, managed to put together a strong offensive performance without De'Aaron Fox in the lineup, but with the trade, the team has shifted its approach. The Kings are expected to play at a slower pace, with the offense now likely to be centered more around DeMar DeRozan and focusing on post touches. Despite their offensive issues, Orlando's defense has remained solid, and they should be able to keep the Kings from reaching their usual offensive averages. The Magic's slow pace is one of their defining characteristics, as they average just 96.2 possessions per 48 minutes, the slowest in the NBA. Given this, I don't expect to overanalyze the total points in this game, even though both teams have shown some struggles on the defensive side recently. Orlando has been extremely inefficient from beyond the arc, making only 30.2% of their three-pointers, which is the worst mark in the league. The Kings, meanwhile, shoot 34.6% from three-point range, ranking 24th, and they are 23rd in the NBA for three-point rate at .393. Based on these statistics, I'm leaning towards taking the under for the total points in this game. Sacramento averages 99.4 possessions per 48 minutes, and the over has hit in 11 of their previous 15 games overall. However, the under has hit in 6 of Orlando's last 8 games and in 8 consecutive matchups between Orlando and Western Conference teams. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.